live on YouTube. There we are. Excellent. Saya bicara ke orang di Indonesia dulu dan kita mulai setengah 7. Ya, ya, ya. Okay. Okay. G'day, mate. Let's do it. No, this is to the Indonesian audience. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's 6:30. Yep. Selamat datang ke Pesta Pembukaan di Gallery Northern Centre for Contemporary Art di Parap, Darwin, Northern Territory of Australia. Kepada semua teman pelukis dan teman di Kemlu, di Jakarta dan di Bali, saya bilang salam and selamat datang ke pesta ini. Ada banyak orang sudah datang ke pameran pembukaan dan kira 10 minit nanti Bapak Konsul Galvan dan saya dan Duta Besar Australia akan bicara dan ada beberapa pidato dan Bapak Duta Besar Australia akan pembuka sama Bapak Galvan pameran ini di tradisi Indonesia dengan gong. So sebentar kita akan mulai pidato. So selamat datang lagi, and to the guests here, enjoy, and selamat minum juga. Ada banyak bintang di belakang. Okay, kira 10 minit kita akan punya acara untuk pembuka. Selamat datang Bapak Duta Besar Australia ke Indonesia. Saya lihat Anda di lewat Zoom, and I thank our team for this wonderful. This is really a powerful and a very interesting opening and unique in terms of Indonesian-Australian relationships in art, where we have an actual opening and we have a digital opening of an art exhibition of the highest quality Indonesian art of leading Indonesian artists who came to the territory in 2011, 2012, 2015, 2000, and to interpret landscape and culture. So we'll come back to you very shortly. Sebentar kita akan kembali. Terima kasih.
So what do? I just welcome everyone without a 5 minutes? Yep, you show me. Yep. But yes, I'm sitting here. Yeah, thank you. Good evening. You can hear me? I'm one of the directors here, Rita Macarinas and Hamish MacDonald. We look after the space. Welcome. And I will hand you over to our MC of the night, our chair, Alistair Shields. Alistair.
Thank you, Rita, and welcome everybody. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Larrakia people, the traditional owners of the land on which this gallery is built, and I'll pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. We have a wide range of special guests tonight, and I'm going to acknowledge some of you, and some of you are not in Darwin. So, to start with, I'd like to acknowledge His Excellency Gary Quinlan, Australia's Ambassador to Indonesia, who's in Canberra. We can see him on the top left-hand side of the Zoom screen there. Mr. Najib, the former Indonesian Ambassador to Australia, I believe is on Zoom as well. Anthea Griffin, Consul General to Bali, and Bronwyn Robbins, Australia's Consul General to Makassar. Pat Gulfin, the Indonesian Consul, good evening. The Honourable Luke Gosling, MP, and Sandra Henderson, Director of the NT Office of DFAT, and welcome everybody. This is a very special event for us here at NCCA. For the very first time, we're having an opening that is genuinely international. We don't only have visitors from international, but we're actually live streaming out across the world at the moment. And I know we have people in Indonesia, in Canberra, in Bendigo, and I believe we may well have some in San Francisco as well. So it's a truly international event and we're very excited about it. I think it's probably fair to say that COVID and some of the restrictions it's brought for us has made us look at other ways of connecting with people who want to become involved in our events. But I think we've found it's a very, very great medium and we'll be looking forward to doing other exhibitions and openings in similar ways in the future. It's been a very exciting time. I'm not going to thank everybody who was involved in this, but I better say thanks to Cal and Jack, who are our technicians, because without them, there's no way we'd be doing this in the way that we are and broadcasting all around the world. Thank you. Look, and for events like this to happen, there's a number of people and organisations who've combined and made it all happen. I'm very grateful for that. Kate Walker at DBTI, very grateful for her introduction to the DFAT office here in Darwin, which led to their major sponsorship for tonight. And I'd also like to thank Luke Gosling for his support as part of this exhibition and for the gallery more generally. I'd now like to introduce the curator of tonight, former chair of NCCA, current board member, and the board member with responsibility for the artist camps, Colin McDonald QC. Please come forward, Colin.
Thank you, Alistair. Terima kasih, Pak Alistair. Selamat datang ke pesta pembukaan Artist Camp Retrospective di Gallery Northern Centre for Contemporary Art di Parap di Darwin. I send out a very special greeting to the artists who have participated in the artist camps, and I see them on screen in Bali and Indonesia, to our ambassador, Gary Quinlan, our ambassador to Indonesia, to Najib Rifat Kasuma, longtime friend. And I welcome you all, and Pak Galfan, Consul, and Sandra Henderson, and Luke Gosling, who's been a long-time supporter and is a lifetime supporter of Indonesian art. Tonight's exhibition is a very important exhibition in a time of isolation and lockdown, because it reminds us of the power of art to engage across all of that isolation and all of that lockdown. And we have in the gallery powerful, wonderful, insightful paintings of the Indonesian artists, leading Indonesian artists who came here in 2012 and 2015. And there was a reciprocal engagement at the Made Budiana Gallery in Ubud of Australian artists going to Bali and Eastern Indonesia, interpreting landscape and culture in 2014 and 2016. There are also collectors in this room who've collected works of the artists in the past. I'd just like to say that this is a very important event in terms of engagement, as in terms of aesthetics, in terms of a whole range of ways, art and culture allows a whole range of discussions to be had. And I'd like to thank the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade for their sponsorship of this exhibition, because it shows an appreciation of the importance of the enduring relationship with Indonesia and ongoing future connection. So the art is lots of paintings, beautiful paintings that bring back many memories and photos. And to all of you, I'd like to say thank you, Selamat Datang, and to Made Budiana, Wayan Wirawan, Suryani, Nino Mansani, Made Sudibia, Dewa Rata Yoga, Made Suarimbawa Delbo, Pak Delbo, and Gede Gunada. I'd like to say thank you very much for your participation, your engagement, and your passion, and the wonderful way that you engaged with our landscape and living in Aboriginal communities where you saw, as one of the Aboriginal senior elders said to me, Pak Colin, it is wonderful to have these artists here because they see the world in a similar way as us, a world of spirits. So welcome to you all, and thank you for your attendance. Makasih.
Thank you, Colin. I'd now like to invite the Honourable Luke Gosling to come forward and say a few words. Luke.
Hey. Careful.
Well, thank you, Alistair, and congratulations to your board and to your team for all the work they've put on another magnificent exhibition here at the Northern Centre for Contemporary Art. And it's been a long association with the Artists Camp that you've had, and it's very much appreciated. And on the forefront of our cultural sharing and understanding between Australia and Indonesia, and in particular between the top end and the Northern Territory with Indonesia. Just want to acknowledge Colin McDonald's long association with Indonesia going back decades. And whilst this this process has been going for some time. It's going to go for a lot longer and get a lot stronger and incorporate more artists and become an ever flourishing example of the strength of culture within our bilateral relationship between Australia and Indonesia, but more broadly with our region. And I'm very proud to be the federal member representing Ibu Kota Australia Utara, Darwin, the northern capital of Australia, because we are part of our region. We are very, very close to our tetangga, our neighbours in Indonesia, and the IA-SEPA agreement that's now in place, our trading relationships, our cultural relationships, we're going to get a lot more involved in VET, more sharing between our two nations. I want to acknowledge the Northern Territory Government, DFAT, the ambassadors, the consul, welcome, and welcome. Also to the former consuls, I want to acknowledge their long association with the Artists Camp and with strengthening this relationship between the top end and Indonesia. In the back room, there are some more works, and I counted 4 previous consuls, Indonesian consuls, there up on the wall. It's a real relationship that is being fostered here, and it's so wonderful that you can all be a part of it. And as I said, I'm very proud that I've been able to play a small part in linking Jakarta, Bali, Canberra through Darwin. Thank you to my team that have assisted us to online bring everyone together. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.
Now we're really going to test our capacity to live stream across the world, because I'm now going to ask His Excellency Gary Quinlan, Australia's Ambassador to Indonesia, to say a few words to all of us from Canberra. So welcome, Your Excellency.
Terima kasih, Alistair, dan selamat malam. First, I'd like to acknowledge, as you have, and pay my respects to the traditional custodians, the Larrakia people. And I also want to acknowledge because I'm in Canberra.
Your Excellency, you might have the mute.
We're on mute. It's saying mute. Try again. Can you hear me now, Alistair?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, okay, blame me, sorry. But look, I wanted to, at the beginning, obviously say terima kasih to you and selamat malam to everybody. And also, as you have, acknowledge and pay my respects to the traditional custodians, the Larrakia owners of the land, but also to acknowledge the Ngunnawal people in Canberra. We've lost it again, have we? No, that's okay. Where I am reluctantly at present, it's very cold in Canberra, so I apologise for not wearing a batik shirt. So anyway, that's as it is. Look, I want to particularly congratulate the NCCA for this terrific, tremendous innovation in the program through Colin, of course, Colin McDonald, but everybody in the centre as well who's enabled this exhibition and everything to happen this evening. Especially important for this kind of event to happen during the COVID crisis, which both countries, like all the world, are struggling with at the moment. It makes it particularly important for two neighbours like us to be able to do something like this tonight, to keep the momentum, engagement and connection going as strongly as we can. People have got to be innovative in how we can do this kind of connection during the COVID crisis. And as you say, we have the unique moment tonight of an actual exhibition opening and of course the virtual exhibition opening simultaneously. It shows what we can do, because we must do, but we are doing it. So that's a great thing. Look, tonight, of course, is actually a celebration that began 400 years ago in the connections between the traders from Makassar who visited each year northern Australia in search of the sea cucumber, the trepang. People know that story maybe, although not enough people do. And those visits led to an effect on our language, on ritual, and on our memories between those parts of our two nations. And this development now, which is connecting us, the program that Colin has launched, the exhibition tonight as well, has shown a newer kind of a connectivity through our art to build on the earlier connection, ritual, memory, and language. And that's tremendously important and even more powerful in many ways, obviously because it's contemporary and because it's based on artistic camps in both countries. So we have a living exchange, and that's tremendously important in influencing our contemporary appreciation of each other through contemporary art, but also because that art goes into the legacy for the future and will continue to have, because it exists, and it's been very real and living, it will continue to influence artistic appreciations and representations, perspectives, each of the other, Indonesia of us and us of Indonesia, into the future. And the vital thing for Australians is, of course, we're seeing Australia through Indonesian eyes through this process. And that really is unique. It's tremendous. We need to do so much more of that. Bali, of course, had been a unique part of the Australian experience and indeed the Australian psyche. About 1.2 million pre-COVID Australian tourists go to Bali every year, out of 1.3 million who go to Indonesia. I personally am hoping, and my team and ourselves are working to try and get Australians to go to Bali, but also to go beyond, because Indonesia is the most extraordinarily beautiful and wonderful archipelago with marvelous people right across the whole archipelago. But Bali will always continue to have a very central place in the sort of Australian psyche. And it's great to see the living way in which this is reconnecting again in our current circumstances through an event like tonight. So thank you very much, everybody who's been involved. And also thank you for everybody who's come tonight. Thank you, Luke, of course, for your words. And I particularly wanted to single out and say how delighted I am to know that Bapak Najib is with us tonight as well. Najib and I were very close colleagues before I went to Jakarta during his period as Indonesian ambassador in Canberra. And I think we all had a lot of fun together. And of course, he had a tremendously successful posting. And the fact that he helped inaugurate, Colin, to inaugurate this whole initiative 5 years ago, which has led tonight, is a model. It's a model of what the really effective diplomats between our two countries should be doing more and more of, to canalize, to mobilize, to pick up these new areas of activity, particularly those which reflect the arts, culture, because they are so foundational to who we are as a nation, who Indonesia is as a nation, and who we need to be together in the future. So thank you very much again. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the art tonight. I understand I need to get my credit card out. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And I'll cross back to you in a few minutes to assist with the virtual opening of the exhibition. I'd now like to invite Pak Gulfan, the Consul General from Indonesia, to come and say a few words.
I would like to begin by acknowledging the Larakia people, the traditional owners of the land and sea where we meet today, and pay my respect to their elders of the past, present, and emerging. His Excellency, Mr. Gary Quinion, Australia's Ambassador to the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Najib Ripat Kusubah, former Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Australia, Mr. Luke Gosling, MP member for Solomon, Mr. Alastair Shields, Chair of the Board of the Northern Center for Contemporary Art, or which is popularly known as NCCA. Mr. Colin Donald, Curator of Artist Camps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the Northern Center of Contemporary Art, NCCA, for organizing this today event, which is the result of the project, the Artist Camp Retrospective. I would also thank the artists for participation and contribution, including the sponsors in this noble project. My special thanks goes to Pak Colin MacDonald, an Australian art lover who has taken initiative this project. It is because of him we are here today. This project succeeded to engage and collaborate our art and culture through the involvement of the 6 Balinese artists come to Northern Territory in 2011 up to 2016. And they traveled across the territory, interpreting landscape and Aboriginal art and culture. This project produces excellent works of art and outstanding art and cultural engagement with Indonesia. Through this project, we have successfully connected our 2 people and culture, since the project involved 6 Balinese artists and local artists. They moved to several regions in the Northern Territory and became familiar with our Aboriginal culture. They also observed the natural beauty of the landscape. All these things reflected in their artistic work that they have produced. Today, the NCCA present to all of you artistic work who in their unique way of exposing the fantastic and whole point of their creations. I'm sure that tonight you will be enjoying their amazing artwork creations. In this opportunity, I would also like to thank the government of the Northern Territory and other relevant parties who made this event possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Punk Gulfan. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the actual opening. And we're going to do this in a wonderful multimedia way. So I'm going to ask His Excellency, the Ambassador, Australia's Ambassador to Indonesia, Gary Quinlan, to actually say a few words to declare the exhibition open, while at the same time I invite Pat Gulfan and Sandy to come along and bang the gong to demonstrate that the exhibition is open. So, Your Excellency, I hope we can get you back on the line so that you can authorise the banging of the gong. Thank you.
Okay, am I online, Alistair? Yep, I hope so. I think I'll make it very, very simple and have the greatest pleasure in declaring this exhibition open.
Thank you. I feel a bit like we're doing a final of Eurovision, crossing to various countries to give us their votes come in, but it all seems to have gone very well. I'd now like to invite Colin to come back up to the microphone and introduce some of the artists who are in Bali and who are going to talk to us a little bit. So welcome back, Colin.
Thank you. Selamat malam lagi kepada pelukis dan teman saya di Bali. Saya invite, we can see you. Good. Now, kalau Anda mau bicara kepada kita satu, Made Budiana, Sani, Dalbo, and Hidup. What you'd like to say to the audience ke orang-orang di sini di pesta pembukaan di Darwin. So over to you. We look forward to seeing you and hearing your message. Yeah. You can bisa bicara sekarang?
Yeah. We are here for the invitation. We are very glad to see you again there, Pak Colin. Thank you so much. And for the exhibition today, full of success. And we are thankful to Ibu Rita, the director of the gallery, Mr. Gary in Canberra, the consultant of Indonesia, Mr. Najib, and all that we cannot mention one by one, but we are really thank you for this engagement of art and culture. Bali, Indonesia, Australia, and we are all here very grateful for this retrospective to 2020 that's held again in Parag Gallery. Thank you so much. Maybe Pak Made. Okay. Thank you Pak Colin. Sukses dan semua lancar. Terima kasih. Mungkin sudah itu aja.
Delbo mau bicara? Pak Made?
Hello everyone. I'm glad to see you again. Every talk it's virtual. Thanks you Pak Colin. Terima kasih banyak sudah memberikan kesempatan lagi untuk pameran NCCI Gallery Parag Darwin. Thank you teamwork who have worked hard preparing for the exhibition to open today. Trained in the artist camp in 250. I'm sorry, but hopefully the artist camp can continue again as an exchange of Indonesian artist Darwin. Enjoy and appreciate our work. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to open our exhibition. During this pandemic, hopefully this exhibition can open up new enthusiasts and through to work and return to normal as well. Thank you. Terima kasih banyak.
Indonesia. And now I'd like to invite everyone to enjoy the exhibition and mudah-mudahan proyek ini Artist Camp kita sudah mulai di tahun 2012 akan jalan terus into the future where we can have real creative positive engagement between the Northern Territory, Australia and Indonesia through art and culture and the interpretation of the wonderful landscapes of the Northern Territory and Bali and Eastern Indonesia. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for all persons who participated in the online wonderful. I'd like to thank Bill Davies, who hung the exhibition. I'd like to thank Jack Tinnapel and Cal Mickle, who have got the technology skills. I'm one of the last of the quill men, so I don't know that, but also to thank the Indonesian consulate. That's been a long time in Indonesian Foreign Affairs, that's been a long time supporter of this project, and to the Department of Foreign Affairs. And we say good night, God bless, salam.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes the formalities for tonight. Please stay, wander around, enjoy the exhibition. Help yourself to a bintang or a glass of wine, and there's a few nibbles in the back room as well. Thank you.
Warnanya kayak pidana apa dia?
Jadi lukisannya sama yang waktu itu sama.
Halo, tes.
Di bawah.
No, xin kiến đừng. Nếu vào mẹ rồi.
Ini Kak, itu lemas soalnya Pak.
Kita ya. Tapi bosun pemukanya.
Bosunnya?
Sih ngatin sama Lendi.
Aku lambat Pak.
Mulainya saya dari awal.
Mungkin Pak. Adik ber.
Pak. Halo? Bisa. Neng. Dari apa Rena? Tuh ngetik.
Di motor.
Mulai pembuka opening.
Siap kita.
Opening. Chào này quảng điện. Ủa? Ini tuh.
Halo?
Lumayan. Apa? Apa yang buka?
Halo? Ya, halo? Ya? Ya, ya, ya.
Ya Om.
punya Suryani. Bilang sendiri. Ini bilang punya Suryani yang masih belajar. Ini apa ini? Punya siapa nih? Pak Dia atau Wirawan?
Simple pasti.
Masih ada ke dalam-dalam. Punya Pak Dia lagi.
Cuma jadi dinding bisik.
Ini ngeliatin punya siapa nih? Ini ada engkau.
Di samping rumah sumber yang lama.
Kok kayak dia terpesona?
Ada ini kan ada TV itu layar. Nah, ini kan ruang utama yang ini.
Senangnya. Di sebelah itu punya siapa sih Pak Dia? Siapa sih? Enggak, yang satu itu. Kenawan?
Dalbu ya.
Oh, Dalbu juga.
Bentuk-bentuk.
Ini baru Pak Dia. Ini terakhir sebelum pulang ya? Mungkin yang kecil-kecil Pak itu ya?
Enggak, barat gitu.
Yang ini bukan punya Kak kamu sayang. Ini punya kamu. Ini kita bersama. Kolaborasi Pak. Siapa yang nulis Suryani kesurupan? Aku sampai ketawa-ketawa sedih.
Kolaborasi kan Lean.
Katanya Suryani kesurupan.
Lean gambar itu besi.
Aku sampai ketawa-ketawa sendiri. Baru punya tadi. Mungkin di belakang kecil-kecil kan? Kan ini belum kelihatan.
Kita ngomong sini masih
enggak. Masuk ya? Masuk ya? Bahasa apa? Inggris. Bahasa Indonesia.
Ini kan inspirasi tahun 2012 nih.
Tahun 2012 ya.
Banyak malam-malam itu yang ada itu.
Kalau yang ini tahun berapa Pak nih?
Ini sama.
Sama.
Ini 2012. Ini 2000.
Oh, ini waktu di TV ya?
Bukan,
Ini Uluru ya?
Uluru.
Terus ini kamu di Uluru juga?
Uluru.
Semua prosesnya dulu. Itu
Ini
kita
lukisan
mau ke
belakang dari
TV Island.
Nah, ini 2012.
Oh, ini 2012 ya?
Bukan,
Oh, bukan ya?
kita ya.
Oh, berlima itu
Saya
ya?
masih berempat, berlima sama
Sama ini.
Ini.
Itu 2012 juga ya, Irawan?
ya.
Ini ke 2000?
Yang ini kita.
Oh, kita ya? Ini yang terakhir, datang terakhir mungkin ya? Oh, ini 2015 ini ada mic ini.
Yang tadi.
Ini di mana nih Pak Dek?
2012.
Oh, 2012.
Dan Injala.
Ini masih di
Ini Alice Spring.
2015.
Itu ada yang dekat tuh punya
Nggak di apa? Nggak di ini ya.
itu terlalu waktunya terus terlalu besar.
Udah
Mike.
lebih simpel.
Hai Mike. Mike.
Nggak lihat ya.
Ya. Oh, karena ini.
Aku SMS di ini.
Tolong di depan layar.
Ini ada album.
Tapi abstrak dia. Stylenya di
Album kan abstrak.
digiring ke abstrak.
Itu punya siapa? Itu di TV bikinnya sama. Ini di rumah Pak Colin ini. Itu punya siapa itu? Mike balas, mau ngomong apa?
Lalu kembali akan see you.
Kami rindu.
We are missing you.
Oh, itu dia jawab. Itu dia.
Dia tidak dia.
Enggak, dia nggak di layar.
Dia melihat di ini kamera.
We can see you. Gemuk sekarang dia. Udah bahagia. Halo. Dihidupin kalau gini seharusnya. Oh, ini udah hidupinnya. Tadi udah buka mic-nya.
Enggak
Oh, udah.
bunyi dia. Tadi karena di mute enggak.
Siapa itu
Udah
mic-nya?
ya?
Ya, minum lagi dia. Dia missing you, dia bilang itu.
Waktu latihan pengembangan kampus
Mai kirim salam. Hi to everyone. Pat nggak ada ya? Pat nggak ada?
Nggak kelihatan. Jadi kan meninggal siapa? Lionel
Yang
ya?
Robert.
Lionel yang
Ronald. Oh ini seri.
yang kolaborasi sama saya dan Rupert.
Ronald.
Enggak Lionel.
I'll get Alistair to get me a drink, and I'll say Selamat Minum at the end. Oh, Alistair's got my white wine, Jack. Yep. Yep, good. Good. Yep. Kita bilang selamat malam kepada semua di Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Selamat malam.
Selamat malam.
Selamat malam.
Good night from Northern Centre for Contemporary Art. Selamat Minum. We are celebrating now a successful evening.
Sukses, terima kasih Pak Colin.
Good night.
Good night.
Ini minumnya.